No, this raises a question that I hope we can explore together, that concerns the word experience.
Oh, yes, that's another word.
It's amazing how often in these times this word crops up to represent something that I desperately need, which somehow lies outside myself. I need the experience of an awakening.
Yes.
It isn't an awakening that I need, apparently. It's an experience of this awakening. The whole idea of religion as experience seems to me to need very, very careful thought, very careful penetration. Very careful penetration.
Sir, if I may ask, why do we demand experience? Why is this craving for experience? I mean, we have sexual experience, experiences of every kind, don't we?
Yes.
As we live.
Mm-hmm.
Insults, flattery, happenings, incidents, influences, what people say, don't say. We read a book that, and so on, so on. We are experiencing all the time. Mm-hmm. We are bored with that. Mm-hmm. And we say, we go to somebody who will give me the experience of God.
Yes, that's precisely what's claimed.
Yeah. Now, what is involved in that? What is involved in experience, in the demand for experience and the experiencing of that demand? I experience what that guru or master or somebody tells me. How do I know it is real? And I say, I recognize it, don't I say? Look, I experience something. And I can only know that I have experienced it only when I have recognized it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Recognition implies I've already known.
Recognize.
Recognize.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, I am experiencing what I've already known. Therefore, it's nothing new. I don't know if
yes, you're making yourself very, very clear.
So, all they are doing is a self-deception.
Mm-hmm. It is actually lusted after.
Good Lord, yes.
Yes. The drive for it is extraordinary. I've seen it in many, many students who will go to extraordinary austerities. Really.
Oh, I noticed.
We sometimes think that young people today are very loose in their behavior. Well, some are, but what's so new about that? That's been going on since time out of mind. I think that what is rarely seen is that many young persons today are extremely serious about acquiring something that someone possesses that they don't have. And if someone claims to have it, naively, they're on their way. And they'll go through any number of cartwheels. They'll stand on their head indefinitely for that lies out.
I've seen all.
Yes, which is called an experience as such.
That's why one has to be very careful, as you pointed out, sir, to explore this word and to see why the mind, why a human being demands more experience. When his whole life is a vast experience with which he's so bored. Mm-hmm. He thinks this is a new experience. Mm-hmm. But to experience the new, how can the mind recognize it as the new? Unless it's already known it. I don't know if I...
Yes, and there's something very remarkable here in terms of what you said earlier, in other previous conversations that we've had. In the recognition of what is called the new, the linkage with old thought, old image,
Of course.
establishes the notion that there's something gradual in the
Yes.
transition.
Yes.
That there really is some kind of genuine link here with where I am now and where I was before. Now I become the next guru who goes out and teaches the person how gradually to undertake this discipline.
Yes, sir.
And it never stops. No, I do see that. It's amazing, it's amazing.
So, this is the whole point, sir. Experience is a trap. And all the people want this strange experience which the gurus think they have.
Which is always called the knowledge. Interesting.
Very, very.
Isn't it? It's always called the knowledge. Yes. Of course, I was thinking of our previous conversations about this self-transformation that is not dependent on knowledge.
Of course not.
Not dependent on time. No. And eminently requires responsibility.
You see, and also, sir, we don't want to work. We work very strenuously in earning a livelihood. Look what we do. Year after year, day after day, day after day. The brutality, the ugliness of all that. But here, inwardly, psychologically, we don't want to work. We're too lazy. Let the other fellow work. Perhaps he has worked, and perhaps he'll give me something. But I don't say, I'm going to find out. I'll deny the whole thing and find out.
No, the assumption is that the priest's business is to have worked in order to know, so that I am relieved of that task, or if I didn't come into the world with enough marbles, then all I need do is simply follow his instructions, and it's his fault if he gets it messed up.
Yeah, and we never ask the man who says, I know, I have experienced. What do you know?
Exactly.
What have you experienced? What do you know? When you say, I know, you only know something which is dead, which is gone, which is finished, which is the past. You can't know something that's living. You follow, sir?
Yes.
A living thing, you can never know, it's moving. It is never the same. And so I can never say, I know my wife. Or my husband, my child, because they're living human beings. But these fellows come along, from India especially, and they say, well, I know, I have experience, I have knowledge, I will give it to you. And I say, what impudence. You follow, sir?
Yes.
What callous indifference that you know and I don't know. And what do you know?